Today is a Porsche work day. You can tell because I'm wearing my Porsche shirt. Now, I do not buy Porsche merchandise, Mazda or Miata or Mini merchandise, but I won this shirt. Well, over a year ago, we were over at the Hill Country chapter of the Porsche Club of America, gathering out in the Hill Country to go driving, called Pick Your Tour Weekend. 2023 Pick Your Tour Weekend. And it was raining. We actually had snow too. It was in March. These cars get extremely dirty when you drive in the rain. The back of them. From here back is just bad. And they had a contest for who had the dirtiest car. I won. Dirty Porsche. I didn't buy this shirt. I won this shirt. Anyway, I've never driven another water-cooled Porsche. I've never been in another water-cooled Porsche on startup. I think my starter motor is at 90,700 miles, turns too slow. And when I turn the key, you never know, especially after it's hot. It's just, battery's good. I messed with the battery. I checked the battery, changed the alternator. So I wasn't sure about the battery getting charged. I thought it was getting overcharged. That's on another video. I did that 6 months ago. Anyway, I want to change my starter motor. I bought an FCP Euro, guaranteed for life, Bosch starter motor. And to get to the starter motor, the air oil separator is in the way. Air oil separator is something that causes you extreme discomfort on these vehicles when they go. Smoke starts coming out and you can actually hydrolock your engine. So since I was there, or since I will be there, I'm going to do both. I plan to do this entire video, not stopping. This could be my longest video ever. I've done one a little more than an hour, but who knows. So, Bosch starter motor, brand new. Lifetime warranty FCP Euro. I figured if I can make another 90,000 miles, I'll return that. OEM manufacturer, air oil separator. There is a hose on the bottom of the air oil separator. I don't know if it goes this way or this way. We'll find out. Either way, these clamps go over this hose. Thing I've read and seen online, these clamps are a pain. There is a special clamp pliers that one. Now it clears the hose. I can move it. So I'll be using that. I plan to show every tool I'm using as I'm doing things on this. I'm just going to put the camera facing at the car and start taking things apart. I'm pretty sure these two ends of the hose go somewhere on the intake plenum to draw vacuum out of this part of the air oil separator. This hose goes over to the driver's side cam cover. This one goes right here. Lots of people write about how they went to take these hoses off and they just crumpled in their hand or broke. So FCP Euro had a kit with all the screws and everything else. Oh yeah, the screws. The screws, they look weird. These are external Torx 10. You have to have a special socket that fit those. And I have an external Torx box in set just in case. I'm not sure what other tools we'll be using, but I am going to put the camera over here so that, oh yeah, I think I've shown this before, but the hatch is up, but the hatch can be pushed way up out of the way. That makes it so much nicer. All right, I'm going to try plugging this in, and so my phone doesn't go dead while I'm doing all this talking. We'll see how that works out. All right. So I'm just going to leave the camera there. I'm going to start working on this thing. Get a pair of gloves on. I don't know how many times I'm going to walk off screen or walk away, but I'll try to tell you what I'm doing. Now, working on the inside of a Cayman, our Boxster, well, actually Cayman only. It's like working in your living room. You got carpet there. You got furniture. And just being aware of what's going on and trying to be clean, it's not always the easiest. But cargo net off. And yes, my carpet is sun faded. Not a problem I'm going to worry about, because as long as the cargo net's on there, you can't tell. With the tinted windows, no one can tell anyway. This is your basic plastic trim tool. And normally in the front works better. You hook it in there. You get it up one spot. You can normally get 2 spots, and it all comes out. Nice and easy. I could not remember what size these were. Yeah, those are regular Torx. Regular Torx. That doesn't fit right. No. T30. T30 it is. I'm going to use my Milwaukee 3/8 impact. Start pulling stuff off. Now, I like to be organized in what I'm doing. So I have my little trays here that I just go left to right, top to bottom as I'm working. And put since these are all the same bolts, they just go in the same stack. That might be all we get for power tools today. I'm going back together again. We'll see. When I get to a spot where the bolts are different, then I will start separating them out separately in different containers. But for now, I know those bolts are all the same. At least on my car they are. Don't know about the rest. All right, let's zoom in if we can. Yeah. This is the air oil separator. Oh yeah, here's that fancy little hose. Or the hose I have a replacement for. Oh, it came off. What a bargain. One of them came off. Looks like my shifter cables are going to be in the way. So I have never pulled this off before. It does not want to come off. Get a pair of pliers. if I had two hands working on it instead of one. I get one hand squeezing and one hand pulling. There it goes. That's that. Okay. And we got oil in there. It would appear. Yeah, there's oil in there. So, whether that's just normal oil or excess oil, I don't know. I'm not using. I'm making 5,000 miles on my oil, but okay. Air oil separator. That's here. The starter is underneath here. I got to pull the plenum out of the way, which means undoing these things. And then back over there as well. Okay. Let me turn my fan on. Our noise canceling on? Yes, it is. I'm gonna turn my fan on. I'm getting really hot. It's already 85 degrees out. Okay, fan is on. Let's see what size wrench the old brackets are. I'm gonna try a 9. Or hose clamps. No, it's a 10. All right, easy. I'm doing the oh, that was a 6. Let's try an 8. Yep. 6 and 9 look the same when you're looking at them upside down. No, it is a 7. You can see this, right? Yeah, you can see it. Yep. 7mm. My numeric shifter cables right here might be in the way. We'll see. Okay. Down here to the other side of the plenum. Or the other side of the math. Throttle, no, I'm on between the math and the throttle body. Both ends of all 3 hoses have been undone. Now I just need to get it apart. I'm going to bring the camera over here so I can work over there. Yeah, I'm working on the plenum there. Trying to get this out of the way. That hose clamp is loose. The hose doesn't want to move. So, my favorite tool for that is this little bent thing. It hooks You can get it underneath rubber or plastic, and then walk it around. Maybe. Looks like it's only going to go this way. There it goes. Go that way over there. Should. And if it's never been off before, it's been a long time. It is. They're darn rigidly on here. I got it pushed over on the intake manifold over there. I got this one pushed over this intake manifold, mostly. My light on, I can't see what I'm doing. It was just plain stuck. Supposedly there's a bracket down here too somewhere. I gotta find that once I get this thing loose enough to move. Oh, right there's a bracket. That looks like a 10. It is a 10. Okay. There's also an electrical fitting on the bottom, supposedly. Maybe a vacuum line, too. Yep, this vacuum line here goes onto it. But I'm not doing a very good job keeping my living room clean. Let's try going this way with it. Okay, that worked better for getting that part out. There it goes. It'll be fun getting back in, I can tell you that much. I already tell that one. Okay, there is a vacuum line right there. And electrical connector. Looks like the kind you pinch and it pops off. Well, that's interesting. This thing moves. Huh. I didn't know that was in there. There was a flapper valve in there. Yep. That's the throttle body. Doesn't want to come off either. Do I have a tool for that? I think I do. I think I might have a tool for that. My fingers are not getting it apart. This thing here, the electrical plug tool. Get on the right way. Oops. Don't want to break the plug. Okay. I'm going to use my clamp pliers. Try to get that piece off. Because the plug is not coming unplugged. So if I can get this vacuum line off, maybe, just maybe, I can see it. Sure I can get that plug on. That clamping going there. Yes. But not enough room to do anything. Okay. That clamp won't work for that. How neat. Like I said, this might be my longest video ever. Plug is not wanting to come out. I really can't just lay it aside. It's in the way of everything I gotta do. Get the plug off. pliers again. Right there. Right there. Now, a small screwdriver. Try to make it unhook. It is unhooked. Make this side unhook. Nope. I don't want to pull the throttle body off the intake plenum. Really don't. Well, might just leave it sitting right here. Okay. Now, let me unzoom you. Now, I have not unplugged my battery. Starter motor is hot power. Also, every time I pull this lid off, I always check my power steering fluid. I was talking instead of doing it. I am right at the cold spot because power steering fluid goes low. You're not going to know about it unless you're in here. All right. I didn't unplug my battery, but I need to cut off power to back here. So what I do, you can even see that. Yeah, you can. This bolt right here is hot. And I'm going to get a glove to put that hot lead from the car in. Get my power probe out too so I can test it, make sure that I got it. It's a 13 millimeter, I'm pretty sure. Put the negative over here, see if it works. Nope, negative does not work there. Let's go to the oil cooler. There. 12.3 volts. Battery is charged. And on the starter motor, 12.1 volts. That might be part of my trouble right there is this cable. But I'm going to leave that plugged in. I'm going to take off very carefully that bolt. You can see where I am. Without touching anything else, it's a 13 millimeter. Loosen it. Get rid of the ratchet so I don't hit anything. Pull that nut out. I have a mechanic glove which is insulated. this thing to come out. And now we have no more power to the starter motor. But my radio, ooh, almost touched something. I need something besides that. That glove is not going to fit. It did last time I did this. Oh, I had the front hatch open. Through the front hatch, it worked. But since there's going to be no abrasion on this, the front hatch open. This cable is the thing that runs down the center console with the shifter cables. It comes back that way. So I'm just going to put a nitrile glove over it. Pack it in there. Now I have 0 voltage at my starter motor. Okay. Starter motor, air oil separator. Let's go ahead and do the starter motor since we're doing that. Let's switch this around to here. Zoom out just a little bit here. Yeah. What I'm going to do is we got to do this nut and this nut. I'm going to go get wrenches for them and see what we got to do from there. The main power one is a 13 and the small one is a 10. What a bargain. At least on the new starter. Who knows what the old one has on it. There's a good bit of rust on there. And this one moved before it came loose. I think the stud is turning inside the starter solenoid, which is going to be a pain. Yeah, it's not coming loose. Oh, great. So my starter is the problem. But not the way I hoped it would be. I was hoping just a worn out starter, not bad connection inside of there. Let me get a short 13 1/4 inch socket. Try tightening it back up again. Goes tight, but it does not want to loosen. Well, I just made my car undrivable. Isn't that fun? Because I have to replace that wire if I cut it off. Hopefully, oh, it's getting loose. Just very, very tight coming loose. Very tight. I'm gonna get a full size wrench. All right, 3/8 ratchet. Okay, 13. I can get this in there. It's just tight, tight, tight. And the wire's getting loose, so it is coming undone, but it has got some severe corrosion on there. And I am pushing very hard. Okay, the stud is inside the nut now. I was not expecting this kind of problem. Now it's turning some. We already know this post is cold. It looks cross-threaded. Interesting. But the wire is now off. Okay. That took care of that. Now, you got the other. Let's make sure this one has no power. Oh, no, that's the one from there. This is to the engine. Okay. If I'm wrong, it's going to start sparking like crazy. All right. All wires are now disconnected. Now let's get the starter bolt out. How much fun is this? So that's a coolant line. Okay. Whew. 38 minutes, I haven't got much done yet. I still can't see. Move you this way a little bit so I can get on this side of the car. There's one of them right there. There's the other one right there. Okay. Let's see what size these are. I'm trying E16 and E14. E16 seems too big. E14 is too small. Hopefully I have a 15. No, I don't. Isn't that cool? So we go with that's E16. I don't have an E15 at all. Let's see, maybe it is a 16. It's on there, but it feels loose. I don't want to strip those out. An E16. E16. E14 is the next one down. Oh no. Didn't fall far. I'm saved. Okay, E14 is what it is. E14 actually fits in there. I just had to get the right angle. E14. E14. Let me get this one loose. It's tight. Get a bigger wrench. Okay, that one's down hand tight. You can see that one down there. No, I really can't. E14, huh? See it, feel it, but I can't get a wrench on it. This is the one I've heard that if you take the front hatch off a long extension, you get to it from that way. No, I'm not getting on at all. Maybe my air oil separator wasn't in the way. Should have thought of that before I started doing this, right? Yeah, okay. Air oil separator coming out. Put you back over on this side. Okay. This is the air oil separator. Trying to get in here for the thingy. If I get this out of the way, that would certainly help. Got to cut a zip tie that everything online says cut that zip tie. I'm going to cut that zip tie once I get some wire cutters. I drink water. Sorry about my slurping. It is 88 degrees. Yippee. The zip tie down here. Once you cut it, you can then get to, you gotta be able to cut it. Interesting. Holds the wiring harness on there. Can't seem to get cutters onto it. It's not in a spot where they can cut. No, just broke it off. That works too. All right, now I can see that last bolt for the AOS. Gotta swap out sweatbands. sweatbands and try to make things work right. Okay, so now I have to get to the clip. I'll zoom to heavy in. Try and get to this clip right here, which is top and bottom. Not really possible. Maybe pliers. Does not want to let me have access. There it goes. Okay, so that one's off. And I know from the new bolts that it's a E10 to get down in there. So we'll use the small socket. It's supposed to be like 12 inch-pounds, so it shouldn't be that tough. And make sure this is the right spot. I can see in there, this one and that one. Yes, those two bolts. Okay. And there's another one over here. That's it. All right, two bolts out. Now, got the hose on the bottom. Oh, I can even see it. What a bargain. Make sure you can see it. Light down in there. Maybe not. loosen, back it out. My little dental phone thingy. The hose coming off of there. In theory, this thing should pop out, right? That's all that's left, isn't it? This is unhooked, this is unhooked, these two bolts are unhooked, this hose, it should come out. There it goes. It wasn't bad. There's not much oil in there at all. And there's the hose at the bottom. This has been replaced, I think. Someone put some goo on there. Shouldn't have been any PVC on there. Okay. Notice left it's tight. Top one pretty much broke it loose, but I didn't get it coming out because I didn't want to have the bottom one hold the starter motor up so I could use my fingertip. It's not working that way. It's not wanting to do that. Clear and 95 today, and we got rain. Not interesting. Easier. I had the front hatch open, a long extension coming through to get to this. Part of this one too. I didn't do that. I've got the habit of doing is, yes, the front carpet will just pop out. Sliding in. Put it back together again. Pin on here. I had a pin earlier. Watching this. Yeah, there's not much to see. Side. See what I'm doing here. Got a 2-foot long extension. I'll put the E14 Torx down there. Figure out how to I'm not sure how long my audio was off. Moved the camera and I saw the light was flashing. So I have a 2-foot extension with a E14 Torx on that end. And I'm going to turn the light on over here. so I can see from inside if I can get to it. Pretty sure I can. Well, maybe I can't. My goodness. Where am I trying to go? Whoa! What just happened? I don't know what just happened. Going this way? Okay, I'm going to right underneath here. Right underneath here. Oh, now I see it. Underneath the alternator. Was a straight shot. Well, maybe not underneath the alternator. Okay, there's a wire we got to go underneath in there. Underneath that. There's still a change on mine. And tight. Don't even need the ratchet. How about that? Show you where I was. What I just did. See where my wrench goes in under the alternator. My socket extension went in. And it lined up perfectly. Zoom back in. Ow. It got the bolt out. Here is the bolt. So we got that one out. One starter mount bolt out. Let me put you back on this side because I need to get back into there. You can't really see much there. Now we'll try there. So now we got to the top bolt. I need my socket. If it'll come out without falling off, that'd be great. There it is. Guess I need to get two of these sockets someday. Don't need the wrench on that one either. Just turn the extension. Okay. Now, this one I just put out the top. the bottom, they're the same bolt. So they're not size up down specific. It doesn't want to come out of the car. There it is. Okay. Well, it's a Bosch. 996 part number. 500-806. Different part number. Everything appears to be the same. Okay. Going in nose first. Turn down. One wire. Two wire. There. Okay. Let me get the top one started, since it is by far the easiest. Gotta find where the stupid hole is. Found it. Turn it down to close to snug. Okay, it's holding the starter motor in place. Get the other bolt from the bottom started. Go back to the front to put it in. A little bit of a finger twister to get it going here. That is one good thing about German vehicles. There's no slop. It's lined up. It's going in. Just going in. All right. My light back down here again. Let's see what I'm doing. I need a wrench. Come back into this thing. There's a spot behind the alternator. You can watch what you're doing from up here. I'm on it. I can see the bolt on the top of the alternator. It is now tight. Got my extension and my socket out. What a bargain. Okay. Short extension. Now I'm just going to use the same wrench, no extension. Put it right here. Just tighten the sucker up. Doesn't want to hook on. There it goes. Nope. Come on now. There we go. That's that. Hopefully the E14 is done being used. So now, get back over here where I can stand where you are. Zoom in on the wiring. Right there. Yeah. Okay. So there is big nut with a washer. I'm going to clean that up. I don't like the way that end of that wire looks. If you can see that or not. It looks somewhat corroded. It's not shiny and happy. Scotch Brite. Do the other side too. All right. Put that one onto there. I can't twist, only go right there. Okay. This one here, clean it up too. Just like that. Put the lock washer on. Put the brand new nut on. Use the 13 millimeter. No, I got 13 short. That's what I needed. Okay, now we're tight there. Take the small nut off. Not drop it. Lock washer on there. Not drop it. My other wire. Which way did that wire go? Hold on. Okay. Can you see? This is where the short wire goes. And this part here is shiny. There's a plastic tab here. The new starter has a male connector right there as well. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to jam it in there or not. I'm going to because this one had it jammed in there. We'll see what happens when I put power back to it. Pull that connector up just a little bit. Now it fits on there nice and tight. Washer first. The 10, which is not here. Okay. Starter motor's hooked back up nice and neat. Let's see how good a job we did. Let's put the power back to that spot. No sparks. Yes, nothing is wrong. Muy bueno. Yes, I just put power back to the back of the car. And now I need the 13. Remember, don't touch anything else. Nice and tight. Close the lid. There. Starter motor swap has been done. Now, AOS. Okay. Zoom out. This hose here is right here, under here, over there, to that end over there. It's not broken. I didn't break it. I'm not going to replace it. I'm going to leave it alone. Pull the rag out. Now we're back over with the AOS and that hose. Which way does the hose go? Okay. Looks like the hose can go either way. I like it this way better. So that goes like that. The hose is going to go on facing backwards a little bit. A little bit more. Okay. And my fancy pliers. So I want to make it so I can get it off again someday. So it needs to go on just like this. Put me to the click. Heck with that. Let's do it this way. That's about right. Isn't it? Yep. That's about right. Okay. I need the other hose, other clamp. I'm going to put a screw clamp on there. I'm not going to mess with that. Yes, that is right. I'm going to put this clamp on like that. I get to it from the top with this. Okay, this clamp's not going on. I have new bolts to put it back in. I need to oil that a little bit. Where's my oil gun at? Fancy oil gun. Oil on the O-ring. Put oil around the inside of the hose. Get a rag, wipe my fingers off. Put you back over here. Let's see what happens. Line myself with the light doesn't help much. And that hose in there is not a happy thing. Oh. Well, looks like I did it. Seems like I did it. Get a new bolt and find out. That's this one here. E10. Okay. Get this other bolt started. There's some wires in the way. Got wires underneath. No. Got wires in the way. Move the fan toward me a little bit. I'm going to sweat like crazy. Holding steady 88 degrees now. just missed. Yeah, I missed. Now I need a magnet. It's an aluminum bolt. Magnets aren't going to work. Get a new glove instead. Put my glove up, trying to get in there. Okay. Get the 4-pin grabber. I used to tell my students when this came up, go get the nose picker. They'd all get a laugh out of that. I had it. Look here for talking and trying to do something at the same time. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. I'm going to install it that way. There's a wire loom in the way. If I move the wire loom, I can't get my finger in there to get the bolt in. I get the nose picker back off. I'll have it. Nose picker's off. Wrench is on. AOS is back on again. Hook this hose back up. The hose I didn't replace is hooked back up. Yippee. The hose clamp I put on there is no longer facing the right direction. Now it is. Kind of. There it is. And that's this thing over here. my adapter at? Where is my adapter at? Right there. 1/4 to 3/8 adapter. Now, let me get down here on it. Now it moved on me. Bring it back up. Loosen it. Push it on a little more. There we go. Okay. That is back on. My glasses are sweat stained or sweat smeared. I'll clean these off real quick. I can't see a thing I'm doing. Change glasses. Some more water too. Replace this glove as well. My glasses all wet. Change them out. Okay. More fluids. Need my light. So the AOS is back on. Now it's got to do the plenum and the hoses. Put you back over here. They're going to be on that side. Yeah. Don't need the power probe anymore. So we gotta get 3 hoses on. In a space, there's only room for no hoses. How interesting is that? Didn't get those things disconnected. There's nothing hooked back up again. Okay. are beyond, are in it. We're not. Maybe if I get one side up, it'll work on around without ripping anything. We're getting very close to being on over here. I think that one is on. I can move the rubber back this way. Yeah. Whew. Okay. That one is going. This one is not even started yet. So 1 out of 3. It's not always a good thing. Down, let's spray these down with silicone. That side's right. Side here is not. If we have a leak here, oh, got a hose in the way. Where does that hose go to? There. Now it should go. Yes. There we go. The hose is now not in the way. What's wrong with you? Oh, you want to fit. There. You can fit. You're not special. Okay. 2 hoses. And I'll put that on in a minute. Put this thing here on. Where did I put my 8mm at? It's an eTorrents. That's 5/16. There's my 8mm right there. Okay. Loosen this thing way up, move it down out of the way. Maybe I can get this last hose started. The bellows. So you want to catch on everything. I get it. Feels like I did. I think I did. Loosening the bellows worked. Okay. Interesting. I don't get that light down there anymore. Put this back onto here. That holds that bracket down. Okay, that's a 10. Okay, that is tight. That is tight. That is tight. That is tight. This goes with that little clip right there. I got the other new hose to put on. Underneath these. Yeah. I see where it goes. Going the wrong way. Goes that behind this. Or at least this one goes down to there. Right. I'm going there yet. That one clipped in. Okay. This one. I have to go like this. That one clipped in its holder. And that one's clipped in. Okay. And it's hooked up except this one hose right here. I got a long way to go on this one because I loosened up a whole bunch. Okay. Everything is still plugged in. Oh, I gotta do the zip tie over there. That one zip tie. It's on the wiring loom down in there. Let's turn this light off so we're not blinded. On the wiring loom down here. I wanted to go around this way here, right? Yeah. They'll be so kind as to go there. Come on now. There you go. Right spot, yes, right spot. Okay. Let's snug back down. Let's cut off the excess. Maybe. Or not. All right. I think we're all back together again. I took what? Hour 51. Let's try starting it before I put the top back on. Again, this thing started real slow before. Oh, never start it with the lid open. Might scare me. Check the oil. That's the way it's supposed to be. Did you hear that? This thing was so slow. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. It was worth the last 2 hours. Very worth the last 2 hours. Oh, don't close the door. Gotta pull the thingies back on. All right. Yay. Worth the effort. Okay. It has never started that fast. This thing's always wah, wah, wah. Now it wants to throw the engine out of the car. I like it. That's the way it's supposed to be. Should have pulled my seat up. All right. We'll bolt some 2 nuts over here. Just gonna get them started. So I come zapping with the gun. Now I don't know if my other starter was bad or that connection was the problem. Either way, it's almost the same amount of work to get to either one. My AOS was good, So maybe I'm bringing troubles on myself by replacing it. But having it out of the way sure made the starter work better. So I wasn't planning on pulling the front hatch off, but that sure was easier. If you got a long extension, that's a better way of doing it. Much better way of doing it. Okay. My 3/8 Milwaukee impact has a setting where when it feels a certain amount of resistance, it stops turning. So I'm not impacting this. I'm just taking it where it's tight. You heard it stop there. Okay. That's that. Now where's my adapter? Here's my adapter. Do the Torx. The front hatch carpet. In theory, you can get it in without taking anything else apart. I've not had much success with that. So let's see. The lid's off. I did the power steering. Everything else looks good, except dirty. So I'm just going to leave it alone. Don't put this on backwards. Let's get them started. I don't want to go. Still don't want to go. That bolt wants to go there, so we're good with that. Okay. Keep these things tight. Can't reach it from that side of the car. I gotta walk all the way around. Okay. Now, this piece of trim, you can see this. Yeah, you can see it. This piece of trim is supposed to bend up out of the way to allow you to have access to put the front hatch carpet back on. It never works right for me, so I stopped trying. But you need something called a triple square. I know, special tools. Triple square. See that? Triple square. Triple square It's got 12 sides. It's a VW thing. VW Porsche thing. Too small. That is what you're supposed to use on these things. They actually fit right and everything. They're supposed to. I can't reach it from over here. The other side. I think that one has been attacked by a Torx bit and has passed too much. I need to get another bolt. Yeah, it's all boogered up. But that gets this out of the way. Then you got a little bit something over there. Where'd my T30 go? Nope, not even close. T20. This is quarter drive. I use my quarter adapter. Yes, this is more work. It seems like a pain. I totally agree. But that thing will now come off. You put the carpet in and it fits, which to me is a big deal. Gotta get it in the sides. Goes inside the other carpet. Up. Into the corners. And yes, there's a little button that fits into here. That's not where it is. There it is. It's supposed to keep it in. Get your corners in too. This is a lot easier for me with that trim piece removed. There. And you put the trim back on. It just pops in. And I gotta get up and get the tool. Oh. Okay. Need the tool. And the small screw. There's a little groove that's supposed to fit in there into the plastic. It always seems to want to pop out on mine. That's that. Then this thing here goes back in. Let's see forward still. Where I put my tri-square at? There it is. That thing is solid. It just goes back into the rubber, goes into the plastic. I gotta walk over there to do it. So yes, VW tri-square. You need it. There it is. Then you want to pull your tabs up, your cargo net tabs up, hooks up. Gotta get it in there. Fit some tabs in the back first. Then you got tabs on the side. Make sure your hook is up. And then the other side. Hook up. Hook was up. Hook up. There it is. There's a tab in the very front. That's that. Where do I put my net at? There's my net. As far as I'm aware, there is no top and bottom, just a left and a there's a long side and a short side for the net. I actually use the net. Okay. Now I gotta clean my living room back up. Look at all this. Dirt everywhere. Sweat. Okay. All the tools out of here. I think we actually got it. I'm gonna start it again. That sounded so cool. Now that it's buttoned up, it should sound better. Let's see how it sounds now. Oh yeah, that is so much better. Yes. All right. That's the entire job, plus talking about it and screwing up and everything else. A little more than 2 hours. Hope that was a good teachable long moment for you.